All right, welcome to this special dojo episode of Across the Bifrost. This is Dr. Norbert, running solo this time. I don't have my usual co-host with me. He's let me into the special dojo room to conduct this very special interview because tonight I have Gab from the Montreal Shark Tank Meta up in Canada, who is the winner of the 2025 edition of the Everwinter convention. So we're super thrilled to have him on the show to learn a little bit about this convention and also to hear about his roster and the games that he played. So welcome, Gab.
Thank you very much for having me today.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much. So look, Gab, I know a little bit about the Montreal Shark Tank because we've heard about them on some podcasts, and I met a few of them at the WTC, which was really cool. So why don't we start by having you, first of all, introduce yourself and then tell us a little bit about the community that you play in regularly.
My name is Gab. I have been playing Marvel Crisis Protocol since the end of the first year, I would say about when OG Doctor Strange came out,
Oh.
I'm from Montreal. We started, a couple of us, at our game store. We were going there each week. I started organizing the events in Montreal for a while.
Oh, cool.
I did stop at some point. But yeah, I've been playing the game for a long time. It's my first miniature game. Really, really love Marvel Crisis Protocol.
What were you playing before this?
Well, I've been playing a bit of Magic the Gathering, honestly, but not much. I was just friends of mine talking about miniature games, and I found out there was one for Marvel, and I got into it. That's about it.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Well, good for you. So, so I take it's because of the IP. You're a big Marvel fan?
Yeah. I was looking basically at just trying to play miniature game, and I took the one that had the IP I preferred.
Great. Wow. But it certainly must have made an impression on you, because that's impressive that you're one of the founders, or at least early adopters of the game in Montreal, and helped develop that very strong community out there. How many people are playing MCP regularly in your area?
So I'd say usually our Wednesday nights are about 8 to 16 people.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have some that have been going every week for the past 2-3 years. Really, really committed for sure.
Awesome. And do you run tournaments up there as well?
Yeah, I used to. Now it's back to Nick, who's being running the tournaments. We're doing about one every other month, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And then I also understand that because you're so close to the border, that you guys travel down to the States to go and play in tournaments. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. For us, like Boston, New Hampshire, those are like 5-hour drives, so really doable.
Amazing. And even like one dayers you go down for, is that right?
Well, usually we take like one night at least of a hotel.
Sure.
We cramp ourselves in an hotel room and do a tournament. Really tired the next day.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. All right, cool. So, Everwinter, you have to tell me a bit about this, because it seems like it's a con that has gathered a lot of strength over its short lifetime, but I could be wrong about that. Tell me a little bit about how you became aware of the convention and why you decided to go.
So Brian, the TO for Everwinter, big shout out to him. Really, really nice organizer. He's the one who's also doing a lot of the events in the Northeast. So we came to know him by going to New Hampshire's local tournaments here and there. He did organize a year Atlantic City Open also that we went. One of the first con we went together.
Oh, I think I just listened to a podcast that had him on there giving tips about how to be a tournament organizer. Is that right? Am I remember that right?
I have not noticed. I
can't remember which hat, because I listened to a bunch over the Christmas break, but it was a fella who sounded like he was running stuff down in Atlantic City, but then he gave it up because it wasn't really his meta. He was just trying to help them out, kind of a thing. And then is focusing more on his home area, which is up in New Hampshire or New England.
Yeah, that would make sense. He also did help Omnis organize LVO one year.
Wow.
He
Okay.
was doing some judging there. So yeah, really active organizer. His tournaments are always a lot of fun, and the local meta, the guys from New Jersey, the Pork Roll Protocol are there. A lot of really great player from the area are usually there also. So it's always a lot of fun going there and meeting up with them.
Yeah, cool. All right, so you knew the fellow who was going to be running the tournaments there. What did you know about the convention? Had you been there before?
Yes, I believe, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not certain, but I believe 2 years ago we went. I think we skipped it last year. It was a bit smaller, I would say about 30-ish people, but we had a great time and blast. So we decided to go back whenever we can. We do it.
Okay, and so this one took place the weekend after January 1st, the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
And how big a show is it? Tell us a little bit about the show itself before you get into the MCP component of it.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really look around that much. I was pretty focused on our crew, but there was some 40K, a lot of other games were represented there. So a lot of different rooms. It's all separated, right? It's like smaller convention rooms, and there's one room for each games. So that's why I didn't see that much the other ones. But we were right in the middle of Boston area, near the Chinese district. So a lot of good food. That was a great place to do the tournament this year. So yeah, we were 50 players playing Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Yeah, I should have started there. It's in Boston, and in fact, it happens to be in downtown Boston, like you said, near Chinatown, which is just crazy. But I guess the time of year makes the costs a little more manageable.
It was pretty cheap. Sharing the room together, it was really cheap. Food is a bit more expensive in downtown, but it wasn't that bad, honestly.
Yeah. And was it one of these things where the convention halls were connected to the hotels, so you could just stay in the same place?
Yeah, exactly. It was in the lobby room, in the lobby floor, and we had a room right up there.
Okay, cool. And who did you travel to the show with?
So I traveled with the person that rode was driving the car there was Nick Menard, a close friend of mine. He's not really playing online, but really a really good player. I was also with Vodka Blitz, Simon, in the car.
Oh yeah, cool.
Ludo, a OG Montreal Shark Tank guy that just had a passport, so he's new to to coming with us, and a newer player from our meta, Nick Kertel. You've seen him twice on the stream. He was the person I fought against in the final.
Oh, exciting. In the car. That must have been an awkward car ride home.
It was actually really fun because the debriefing was amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hearing each other's moves that were in your head and not vocalized at the time must be really interesting.
Yeah, 100%. It was really nice. And Nick Kertel has been playing the game for 10 months, I believe. So it's a big showing for him, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So that's super fun. I love road trips. That's part of the whole convention experience for me. So it sounds like you had the same experience, which is fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, is this a 3-day convention?
So on the Friday night, we didn't participate, but there was a charity type of game setup. So basically, it's kind of I never participated, if I'm being honest, because we were on the road. But basically, Brian came up with a type of cheating game where you can cheat by spending money on the charity.
Oh yeah, sure. That sounds like the old War Machine, Food Machine format.
Oh, I'm not aware of that. I haven't played War Machine sadly yet.
Yeah. No, that's cool. But basically, it was you could donate to charity or donate cans of food to charity to gain cheats, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly it for the Friday night. Then on the Saturday, starting at around 10 in the morning, we had a 5-rounder.
Wow.
Determining top 8, and then on the Sunday we had a top 8. The other player, I believe, had a 2v2 team event and I'm really unclear on how it went because I was a bit focused.
Yeah, I bet you were. That's amazing. Okay, so you did 5 rounds on the Saturday, and then because it's a top 8, you did 3 rounds on the Sunday. That's a lot of games.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love like the headache at the end of the day where you feel you gave it all.
I'm looking at we'll get into your roster next, but I'm just looking at the competition here. This is unreal. So you actually, 2 people went 5-0. One was a person from Maine, so somewhat local, which is cool, John Falco. But also super cool was Mike DeLuca from the Danger Room, all the way out from California. He was also undefeated that day. Then Nick Rattel, your car mate from Montreal Shark Tank. But then 2 people from Shark Tank, you and Nick. Ravens of Midgard, Sean McNamara. And then lastly, 3 people from the Pork Roll Protocol. So those guys really coming out in force. Mike Waller, Mike W., and Arthur Washburn, fourth.
Yeah, Arthur, who was the winner from last year's Everwinter.
Yeah. So that's just the top 8, and there's some big names already there. Meanwhile, below them were some other crazy people. So Schmidt was there, Mad. I'm just naming people I know. What was Sploosh? Vodka Blitz didn't make the cut? What?
No.
This is amazing.
Vodka Blitz was not lucky on this weekend. He played against 3 Asgard and a 4th team playing Thor 2. So he faced Thor 4 times in the day.
Yeah, that figures. All right. Carrying on, though, that's the top group of who didn't make it. Then you go into Twitty. Twitty, I don't know well, but I've heard his name more often than not. He's supposed to be a fantastic X-Men player. Matt Alex is down there, didn't make the cut. Shadow Marble from the TTS leagues didn't make the cut. Trost, Jeff Trost, or Toast from Pro, he didn't make it. Woo-wee. This is a lot of beef that you had to get through. Wow.
Yeah, it was a really high caliber.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to set the scene for people to give context about what was going on there. Okay. I'm going to now call it. Let's see. Where's your roster? By the way, folks, this is on Longshanks. The event number is 15985 if you want to type it in real quick. But I just used the find events function and typed in Everwinter, and it came up pretty easily. Let's take a look. All right. Calling up your roster. Here we are. So I'll read these off, and then you can tell us a bit about this. So you have both Captain Americas, Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. You've got Cable, Dr. Voodoo, Hulk, Shang-Chi, Thor 2, Black Widow 1, Beast, and Toad. So seems like committed to Avengers roster. Is that correct?
Yeah, and just for record, it's a Steve 1, like the OG Steve.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like the power cheating Steve.
Yeah. This seems really old school. Apart from Shang-Chi and Thor 2 being added in there, is this something that you've been working on for some time now? Is this what you're comfortable with, or was this developed just in time for the convention?
Yeah. So recently, I've been playing a lot of other games. And I didn't really play a lot of Marvel Crisis Protocol. So when I came back in December thinking about Everwinter, I started with Wakanda. I did a run at the local event, went pretty well. Went 4-0 at the local event with Wakanda, which was pretty nice. And I worked on a list with Mike Wallen from the Pork Roll Protocol. But then the day before the event, I just snapped and decided to switch. Yeah.
Wow.
And I went back to my basics, right? Like the things I played a long time. And yeah.
Why would you do that when you're running, you're killing, you have a tuned Wakanda list, you've practiced with it. What changed your mind?
So what changed my mind was actually having fun playing the game. I feel one thing that I really hate in games is feeling helpless in certain matchups. Like I need my list to be able to at least play in every type of scenarios or every situations. But what I do prefer playing is really mid-rangey, mid-scoring game. And I felt like Wakanda was pretty decent at that, but I really wanted to be able to go toe to toe with like those big potato teams, but also be able to run around and flip traps, and I felt really comfortable being able to do all of this with an Avengers list. I went with more wider scenarios because I wanted to try to force more, uh, not spread out, but more scoring gameplays.
Mhm.
Um,
So you felt that they just had more flexibility than the Wakanda roster.
but for my taste, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But so some of these newer things you slotted in, I mean, had you been playing Thor 2 and Shang-Chi before this? I mean, did you have a sense of how they worked?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I played a bunch of them separately. Thor 2 is really there for the hard aggro matchups when I'm forced on a E or a C. I'm bringing Hulk and Thor together, and they just like do what they know.
Yeah, what they do best.
Yeah, what they do best, exactly. Shang-Chi, I mean, he's probably, I figure, the best character in the game. I don't see a reason not playing him in a competitive event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and you would have Steve there as the leader for those two. Yeah.
Well, I did play a bunch of Sam, but mostly for pay to flips scenarios. So yeah, for those big potato mix, I play Steve usually because the Thor being able to pounce on turn one, double tap is pretty
Nuts.
Yeah.
All right, and how does Cable fit in? He's the only other one that seems a little out of place.
It's funny you say that, and I'm actually really happy you say that because he's the character that I'm thinking cutting now because I didn't play him once in the event.
What was the idea? Why'd you have him?
Because I used to play Cable, Hulk, Steve as a pairing a lot. But since Thor 2, it's kind of like, I'm going to be forcing Thor. He's just too strong right now. And I think my error was to put both Cable and Thor when they basically serve the same purpose.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. So who what do you have in mind? What's the roster missing that you'd like to swap in for Cable?
Luke Cage.
Another bodyguard.
Yeah. I did swap him out for Beast, and I do not regret it. Beast has been fantastic throughout all the weekend. Both with Sam and Steve, he's been doing a lot of work. But I did miss Heroes for Hire.
Heroes for Hire. Gotcha. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's take a look at your crises. I always like to look at that in context of the characters, and then we'll get to the tactics cards. So you took Scoundrels, Intrusions, and Mutant Madmen. Mutant Madmen's not the pay-to-flip one, correct? It's a B shape, but not pay-to-flip.
The pay-to-flip.
It is the pay-to-flip. Yeah, okay. So, that Beast, I'm sure you played... I played X-Men, and so Beast on Mutant Madmen was fantastic all the time.
Oh, 100%. And I have a lot of four physical defense characters, so a lot of characters that can flip easily. Avengers Assemble is an incredible rotation tool. I'm playing 2/2 threat, so I can really shape up how many characters I want to play on the board. So that was the tinkering about that. Scoundrel is there really for I like scenarios, but I don't want them to be too spread out. Hulk is a menace on Scoundrel, being able to rotate from one point to the other. Sam and Steve with their shields that ignore cover does a lot of work. And so, yeah, that was the idea. Intrusion is the only scenario I'm not fond of. I believe it is really good because I can easily get to the midline and Thor, Hulk, 19 threat. It's all really good, but it's not what I like to play. But I really didn't know what to put else.
You don't like it because why?
Because it's just not the game I want to have.
Oh, okay. So are you looking to gather in the center as much as possible and beat people up, or what are you trying to do?
No, exactly. I want to run around. I want to play those objectives, try to score them, try to displace the other characters. But at this point, I just didn't feel comfortable with any other crises, and I know that I have a really good 19 that I can use to piled up in the middle and punch people.
Yeah, got it. Okay. On the extract side, you have scrolls, deadly legacy virus, and fear grips. Not the fastest scenarios, but not the slowest either. What's the thinking here?
Well, so first, scroll is kind of in all my lists right now. I feel like it's my favorite scenario to play. It's right in the middle. It can be quite scoring quite quickly at some points, but not get get out of hands like some other scenarios can be.
Yep.
I also really feel that I have a good secure games with all my characters that have a lot of displacements, but I do not have the best extract games. If I get against a web warrior list that steals my things and then run away, I think I can manage, but it's really not my preferred scenarios. So if I have to go for against web warriors, I'd rather have like slower extracts that like give me a bit of time to counteract to their game plan.
Yep, makes sense. So Deadly Legacy Virus is probably the same thing, right?
Well, it's the one that I prefer out of the slow scoring ones.
Yeah. But Fear grips, quite wide, gives your opponent ability to beat you up better. Why that?
Well, first, Hulk and Voodoo are really good on that scenario because you can stack them up. Like a Voodoo, a double position turn can really be backbreaking at some points. Also, I have a lot of like range 4 attackers, like Sam with a hammer becomes a real menace in terms of displacement.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody thinks they're really good on hammers, which but I do think I have some edge against some teams.
Because you're saying you use the hammers more efficiently than they do.
Well, either that or because I can stack them up on really good characters like Hulk and Voodoo.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Team tactics cards. We have Avengers Assemble, of course, Battle Plan, Chi Mastery, Recal, Brace for Impact, Warpath, Survival, Human Weapon, Fallback, and Bird of Prey. Ones that stand out to me. Tell us a little bit about Battle Plan.
Battle Plan is really there for the big attrition matchups. As you know, my game plan is mostly like Thor, Hulk, Steve together. Being able to remove conditions off of my big potatoes or just give a power or heal. Those are all things that can circumstance. So, well, I apologize for that. My English is a
Your
bit
English
rusty.
Is fine, actually, but don't worry.
But those are all scenarios that can be really useful in a game. So that card is really there for that.
Right. Okay. What about Human Weapon? What does that do even?
Now that's the funny part. Human Weapon, I'm not sold on that one, and I believe I will be cutting it. But my Montreal guys, Nick Patry, is really sold on the card and really got some good results, and he was really hassling me to get it in.
Okay.
He wanted me to have it, and I did have one spot that was more flex, so I added it in. It did serve me pretty well on one game, but I wouldn't say that it was really game breaking, and I do not think I will keep it. I actually found out that I was missing vertical assistance, which I believe is an incredible card in my list, and I really wanted it.
Okay. What does Human Weapon do, though?
It is an AoE attack made by Shang-Chi. So basically, Shang-Chi pays 4.
Yeah.
He moves its speed and then do a AoE attack, which is pretty good because it puts stuns automatically on everyone, and sometimes you do get this stagger trigger, which is a bit of unreliable, but stunning people in AoE and doing a bunch of damage is usually pretty good, but I don't think you need this to be strong.
Right. Okay, got it. And then Bird of Prey is the last one that stuck out to me.
Yeah, so Bird of Prey is there because I do like to go pretty wide with Sam sometimes, and I feel like I don't have a lot of hitting powers when I go wider. And Sam being able to do 7 dice attack with reroll against like a Voodoo that possessed my characters and stole extracts can be really, really strong. It is quite situational, but it didn't actually work during the tournament, but I do like it here.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now, were you able to change the rosters between day 1 and day 2 of Everwinter?
No, it was the same roster.
Same roster. Okay, fantastic. All right. Any other thoughts about the roster you want to share with people before we go into your games?
No, that was about it. Vertical assistance to do some crazy rotations with all, yeah, Heroes Fire and Luke Cage are mostly the ones that I missed.
Okay, got it. Okay, so let's do some highlights. I'll mention the matchup, and then you could tell us just to give us a basic snapshot of how the game went. Is that good?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Round 1 was against Scott W. Seems like he was playing X-Men. You were playing 19th Threat on Mutant Extremists and Superpower Scoundrels, which you won 21-10. Tell us about this game.
Yeah, so that game was really, really fast scoring. My Sam actually dazed on round 1 because of a domino that just went crazy on him. But then on the turns after, Hulk went rampaging, and I took complete control of the game. Voodoo possessing multiple characters, making them drop their extracts. All of this piling up, it went really fast. I believe that game went 3 turns, and I did score 21 points on 3 turns.
Amazing. Wow.
Brutal.
Now,
yeah.
I should have mentioned you won priorities, so picked the Secures, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. I would rather not play on pay to fifths against X-Men usually.
Yeah. So that was lucky for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Was it a Storm roster he was playing?
Yes. We did discuss his roster afterwards, and he did mention not being really happy with how Senator performed for his list, and I do believe for a Storm roster that it can be a bit punishing of an extract. But he had a pretty good opening, really nice ideas of what to do next. My Steve was able to tank a lot of attacks, which helped me a lot, I would say.
Yeah, I can imagine. X-Men don't hit very hard in the first place, and if Steve's sucking up all the few things that they are doing, it's bedtimes for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Game 2. Game 2 was against good old Right Mad, Ben Laka. We've heard a lot from him on the podcasts recently. Good player. I actually played against him at the WTC when he was on Apocalypse.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it was fun. Super nice guy. Okay, so it looks like you won priority again. 19 Threat, and it was Skrulls versus Mutant Madmen. Did you pick the Mutant Madmen?
Was it 19 threat? I think I might have entered that wrong.
Okay.
I believe it was either 18 or 20. That might have been a mistake when I put it in.
Okay.
So Ben did pick the threat, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember exactly what it was. This game is a bit foggy for me because it was really, really intense.
Yeah, I was going to say that you won it 16-15, just 1 point and right at the edge of the winning score. Wow.
Yeah, so Ben deployed really well, and I believe better than I did, honestly.
He was playing Thralls of Dracula for folks at home.
Yeah, exactly. And he was the first turn really. He pushed really far against me in a really strong position. Turn 2, he dazed a bunch of my character, really up on attrition. And then on turn 3, my comeback was really strong. And at the end of the game, it came up to like Black Widow double moving from one side to the other and like crossing fingers, she can reach it. And then we rolled the flip of the Mutant Madman. And if I didn't get it, it was the last game.
You're kidding. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
At that point, Ben was screaming in the room. There was like 15 people around us, like all laughing at me and Ben being like too shaky. And Ben and I have an history of like having those crazy games that come up to like a wire, and I usually pull it off. And yeah. It's really funny, and we hugged each other for a long time after the game, shaking and.
Yeah, I bet. Wow, intense. That's super fun. Those are great games.
Yeah,
Okay,
really.
round 3. Did you have lunch yet, or was there a break at some point, or not yet?
Yeah, there was like a around 40 to an hour minute break, but I can remember exactly. Yeah, I had to take a break after that for that second game.
Can imagine. All right, so you had a nice break going into round 3, which is helpful. And this time you were playing against Nick Rattel. I think you said he was the winner of the last Everwinter, correct?
No, so Nick Rattel is actually from my local meta. He's the one that I faced in the finals, actually.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right. So in this match, you actually lost this one. This is the one game that you dropped out of the 5.
Yep.
You lost it 17-18, another super close game, right onto the scoring limit, which is fantastic. Nick was playing Midnight Suns, which is cool because I'm on Midnight Suns. I want to hear about that. He won priority. Crises were scrolls and sword base, and somebody chose threat 15. So
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Right, because he won priority. Cool.
So basically, I was kind of screwed, if I'm being honest. When we took the scenarios and I flipped sword from his back, I was not happy about this because sword, we tinkered a lot together actually on sword, and I know for a fact that he's packing Red Skull 2 for that, and we know Red Skull 2 is a menace on sword, right? So I had the choice to go either 15 and try to do like a wide SAM list and try to like pick up the pace and win out of like activations, or go 20 and risk having all the Midnight Sun attrition on me. So I picked 15. I took the gamble. The game started. I brought up my Shang-Chi a bit too far, and that was really a positioning mistake. I kind of like thought Red Skull was too far, but he wasn't. So he dazed Shang-Chi on turn 1 and killed him top of turn 2.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Because he was outside of 3, I guess.
No, he was within 3 because Red Skull attacks within 3. But like, I mean, the grunts plus Red Skull mashing him was too much.
Yeah, I mean, he just put out a lot of damage, even with Shang-Chi's defense tech. Okay. Wow.
So I started round 2 without a Shang-Chi.
Okay, and there's not much left. This is 15 threat, so...
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I put on a great fight, even though because it went really close. I did also fail, I think, 8 sword traps.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I was actually... I apologized to Nick after the game because I got a bit salty at some point. Like, flipping trap one after the other makes me really frustrated. I don't really like that scenario, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, sure. No, I get it. I totally get it. I mean, you're talking to the Salt Lord, so...
But it was a great game. I'm really glad Nick won. It was a incredible game. And, well, with hindsight, I'm also even more happy he won because it brought us to the final together.
Yeah, exactly. But it sounds like a couple of flips gone the other way. It might have been an entirely different game.
It's really hard to say because, like, he didn't have to try to flip them back, right? Like, so I don't know if it would have changed that much.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I flip it back, but then he has one other activation and it's just like one less power on his character. So I don't know if it would have made a difference. Sorry.
Yeah. But it was really close, is my point. So it could definitely could have gone that way. All right, cool. So you go into round 4. This time you're playing against a gentleman named Rob Owens. He is playing... what is that symbol? That's a new symbol.
It's a Mephisto's symbol.
Oh, Mephisto. Okay, so it's technically Legions of the Lost. Okay, cool. And he won priority. It was 20 threat on Deadly Meteors and Scrolls Infiltrate, and you won this one 19-10.
Yeah, so he brought us to 20 threat because he had a plan. He brought Mephisto with Thanos with a Mind Gem, Corvus with the Reality Gem, and Proxima.
Okay.
So
it's Black Order with a devil.
Yeah. So looking at this list, I was prepared to face something of the sort. So I brought exactly what I mentioned earlier, Steve Oak Thor, Shang-Chi.
Okay, so you tried to go, rather than running around, you tried to outfight him.
Yeah, and it worked pretty well. On round 1, I was able to daze is Thanos, so no more portals.
Whoa.
Yeah. And from there, it went pretty
How did you
brutal.
manage that? I have to ask. Sorry.
Actually, he went 5-0 on that round.
Yeah.
I scored no points because I just focused on his Thanos. Basically,
Okay. So you said forget the scenario. Everybody all in on the big man.
yeah, exactly. Like Thor pounced to the middle of the table, punched Thanos twice, bring him back with the push. From there, Hulk was able to punch twice through a terrain. So Thanos got 2 terrains in his face, 4 big attacks on round 1, and it was enough.
Yeah. My experience though is that Thanos is never really up front until the very end of the round, and so there's not a lot of activations left to try to hit him. It sounds like he activated it earlier.
Yes, he did. Basically, he wanted to keep Mephisto for the end. So, as I understand the way he played that game, I think he was valuing Mephisto more than Thanos. Has Thanos, and also with only 1 gem on Thanos, I feel like he was using it more as a support piece, really, than a attrition piece. So he was really focusing on trying to have his other characters do more work. But for me, when there's a Thanos on the table, you just need to deal with it.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you've wiped Thanos off the table, which is amazing, and then how the rest of the game go?
It was a bloodbath, like
Yeah.
a lot of killing on both sides. But my advantage on positioning in front of Corvus that doesn't have necessarily as much mobility really helped. Also, he went his big swing back turn. I was really happy. He did a mistake where he went with Proxima first, attacked into Shang-Chi twice. And so I let go the first attack. It takes a couple damage. On the second attack, he went on with the physical attack. And then what he needed to do was to activate Corvus then to kill Shang-Chi and Hulk, which was really doable. Like Hulk didn't have a lot of life left.
Okay.
But Shang-Chi didn't take damage from the attack, so he was able to use his power to displace Proxima during her turn, so she couldn't use the husband and wife effect,
Yeah.
which
Got it.
let
Okay.
me kill Corvus before he activated.
Oh, awful. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right. Bloodbath. Nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that was game 4. Now, you have the 5th game coming up. Did you have a break at this point, or did you guys have to power through 3 rounds?
Powered through.
Ooh.
I slept like 2 hours in in the night before. I was down. I was really scared about that 5th game. I didn't have any more juice. And at this point, and I'm not lying to you, at the moment, I'm like, I don't think I can make it. There's a guy coming in with a case full of Red Bulls.
Oh, yeah?
And he just run past me and he's like, you want one? And I was like, you're my savior, dude.
Yeah. So his Red Bull gave you some wings for this last game.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. What time of day was it about?
It was about 6, I believe.
Okay. Wow. Okay, cool. All right. So this was against Jesse Revicki, if I said that right. He is actually playing Wakanda, which I think is helpful to you since you were just coming off of Wakanda. Yeah. You won priority. It was 20 threat for, again, Skrulls. Skrulls infiltrate and mutant madmen. And you won this game handily, 17-6. What happened?
Yeah. So on this game, so in his list, he had Time Gem Namor. So
Yep.
I figured at 20 threat as he chose, I figured I was going to face off with M'Baku, King T'Challa, and Namor. I felt like that was what he was gonna bring, or Hulk. But on Mutant Madman, I think Namor is really strong. So I brought Thor 2 instead of Hulk.
Okay.
With Steve. And honestly, I just diced him. pretty badly. I mean, that game was rough. I apologized to my opponent. I was like, man, I don't know what to say. Like, dice were crazy. Is Namor did 0 damage throughout all the game because he was stuck on the flank with Shang-Chi.
Oh,
and,
wow. Okay.
And Shang-Chi didn't take a single damage.
Yeah.
And Thor with Steve just killed the rest of the team.
Wow. Sometimes this happens. You know, the dice gods are just like, yes, certainly. You go right ahead, sir. And clobber this guy.
Yeah, exactly. My opponent Jesse was honestly a great sports, really nice guy. Even though we went through a really tough game for him, he was nice, and I could feel the anger rising. But he never exposed it. He was really sportsmanlike throughout the game. Really,
that's
nice.
Great. Really good to hear, because it is very understandably tough to endure some games like that.
For sure.
Was he playing M'Baku? Who's the leader?
M'Baku. Yeah.
That's the way to go these days, seems like. All right, exciting. All right, so it must have been like 8:30 or so when you wrapped up. And what did you do to refresh yourself or to relax?
So we went, all of the Porkle guys, all the Danger Room guys, the Shark Tank guys, the organizer, a bunch of people. I think we were 30 people. We went to a Chinese buffet.
Wow. They must have gotten very nervous when they saw you guys show up.
Yeah, we were a lot. It was those ones like the pot. I can't remember the name, but basically they bring a broth in the middle of the table and you just cook your stuff in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fun.
Really messy when you're 30.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
I was next to Matt Alex, and I threw a bunch of broth on him. I was like, sorry, man, I'm just I don't have a lot of space.
All right, so was it dinner and then bed, or did you go party somewhere?
So I was torn. I wanted to party, but with 2 hours of sleep and the top cut the next day, I didn't feel like it. So we just walked around Boston. We went to eat like ice cream sandwiches, like custom made ice cream sandwiches with the group. Yeah. I was really happy to see them all. I haven't been going to a lot of events in 2024, so I missed WTC. I missed a bunch of other events so I was really happy to see all those American friends that I haven't seen for a while. So it was a great time.
Sounds good. The weather seems like it wasn't too cold then to just be strolling around downtown.
No, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Of course, you come from Canada. It was probably -10 Celsius, and you're like, yeah, just in my t-shirt hanging out.
Basically.
That's funny. Okay, so good for you. You got some sleep. It was a good sleep. Were you refreshed the next day?
Oh yeah, I took some sleeping pills and I went through it. Sorry to my both my bunk mates, because they did not sleep that well because of my snoring.
So this is part of your tactics, I think. You just exhaust the competition as part of the plan?
No, well, okay, so Nick was in the other room, actually. It was Varka Bliss and Ludo. The next day they were like, hey, you're lucky you're in the top cut, because we would have been pissed.
Yeah, okay, cool. Mental note, not to room with you at future Conso.
For sure.
Okay, so there you are. Sunday, we're going to play 3 rounds in this 8-person top cut. Your first round was against Sean McNamara, so somebody you haven't played yet before. He was playing X-Men. He won priority. The threat was 18, and you played on hammers and deadly meteors. You won this game handily, 21-6. What happened?
Yeah, basically, Meteor was probably the best scenario I could get from his scenarios, right? I went at attrition and was able to secure it. It was there was some cool swings all around, but I didn't feel some traps. He did. I took control of the board and was able to keep it throughout all the game, and the points stacked up really fast. I was able to steal his hammers and keep them also, which made a big difference. It went pretty quickly. It was a good game.
Was he playing Storm?
Yeah. No, actually, he was playing Cyclops. He played Cyclops through all the event. He did Top Cut with Cyclops.
Yeah. I should mention, of the people who made Top Cut, 2 were 5-0, and the rest were all 4-1. So everybody mostly dropped one match, except for 2 people. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So going into round 2, this is exciting. So you got to play the legendary Mike DeLuca from the Danger Room, and he was playing Dormammu, it seems like.
Yeah,
Dark Dimension.
He was playing Dark Dimension with Thor 2, the Weapon X, and Zemo.
Oh, okay. Exciting.
So pretty brutal.
Yeah. He won priority. It was 20 threat, deadly meteors, and skulls infiltrate, which sounds like 2 crises that you actually like. And you won this one also rather commandingly, 17-7. How did this go?
So if you ask Mike, I'm pretty sure he will say that he got diced out of this world, and I believe he did. It is on stream, by the way. You can see that game. There's not much to see, if I'm being honest, because it was just a massacre. I'm going to be honest, I felt pretty good when I saw he deployed Dormammu. I was a bit more scared about an Asgard or a Cabal option than Dormammu, because he's a threat of characters that we doesn't do as much as some other 8 threat of character. So I felt pretty good. Mike went really for points on turn 1. So is Dormammu went on get a side hammer, and the side opposite to where I deployed, which at the end of the turn he got put. So when he picked up the scroll, he got pushed to the side. So he was like really at the map's edge. I got a couple attacks into his Thor on turn 1, which whiffed, but it was the last time it did. Going into round 2, I felt really comfortable with my positioning. I was like in my Steve bubble, like I was playing Thor, Hulk, Shang-Chi, and Steve. The potato list. I felt really comfortable going into round 2 because he started with Thor, did a couple damage here and there, but then retreated because he wanted to play more of the scenario. So I just opened up with Steve, threw a shield or 2. I dazed both his 3 threats with Steve.
Okay.
So he had only 1 activation left at that turn.
Wow.
So from there, I just capitalized on those crazy dices, and it just didn't stop.
Do you have the blue dice? What kind of dice are you using?
In that game, I was using the red dice, regular dice.
Okay. Okay. Poor Mike. That sounds awful, but hey, them's the breaks. Sometimes it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. The spikes. The spikes just make me really like analyzing the rest of the game is pretty useless because dice is just
they're a big shortcut when it comes to strategy.
Yeah, for sure.
I could do all this complicated stuff, or the dice could just all be really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did you have a break at this point then after the 2 games?
Well, I mean, we were kind of like taking a bit chiller, but so we had a little time to just like take a breath. Nick and I were both really high on being in the finals together, so we had to like take a little bit of a breather.
Okay, all right. So not a long break, but certainly had enough time to kind of collect yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And so let me read the stats first. So you're playing Nick, as we said, who's your meta mate, so to speak, and you won priority. The threat was 18. It was Mutant Madmen against Hammers, and you won this one 19-13. So I can imagine that was actually pretty close. So he was playing Midnight Suns. Tell us a bit about his roster, or at least the team that he put down.
So at this point, it was really tough. We both took about 5 to 10 minutes choosing our list, knowing each other, how we play, trying to play the player more than the game at this point. So we both took a gamble, and I feel like I did. I won on that gamble. He played a 4 wide list with Immortal Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
and I went 6 wide with Sam.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, which is perfect. I mean, that's what Sam wants, right? Sam is there. The way he's leads a team to go after kaijus is that he goes wider and has the mobility to kind of mess up what the kaijus with their limited actions can do.
Yeah, exactly. The only rough part was that I didn't have any eating power. The only eating power I had was Birds of Prey against his Voodoo. That was basically what I brought, because I knew he was bringing Voodoo its hammers. Like Voodoo it's a beast on hammers.
Yep. Who else did he have? Did you say? Sorry, it was Blade, Voodoo,
Iron Fist, and Immortal Hulk.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
For my part, I was running Shang-Chi, Voodoo, Tutus, Sam, and Beast.
Yep, makes sense. Totally makes sense. And you had priority, and you had so you had 2 activations to try to flip traps.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it came up to, honestly. So at the first round, I went grabbed a side hammer with Toad, classic move, right? Mm-hmm. And what he did, and that was really strong. It threw me off a bit. He took Immortal Hulk, picked up his home hammer, went the other way around, and picked up the side hammer too with Hulk.
Yep. That's the new tech emerging on the scene. I've done it myself.
Yeah, with the bump, you can reach. And I was like, oh, damn. How am I taking that off of a 7 threat, right? So Voodoo came up, did a couple damage, which was great because it got me enough power for turn 2 to possess him with the sap and everything, right? So at that point, he activated first on turn 2, went with Eye-Hulk, need to daze Voodoo, right?
Right.
And even with 2 hammer, he failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's dicey.
Yeah, exactly. Which led him to use Siege of Darkness on a single attack.
Yeah, sure. I would have done that.
Yeah, he needed to, because otherwise I steal both and I run away.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's game losing. Mm-hmm. So he did that, dazed him. But at this point, I felt a lot of pressure, relief. Siege of Darkness is such a big swing, and him not having it really made the game a bit easier, right?
Yeah.
At this
okay,
point.
Cool. Yeah. I get it. Sure.
I got lucky with Sam also. He was able, by chip damage and consistently throwing damage, I was able to daze both Blade and Shang-Chi. Not Shang-Chi, sorry, Voodoo, which got me to control really the other side. So at some point, at the end, Hulk needed to do a lot of work, because at the end, Voodoo possessed him, so he couldn't pick up hammers. Mm-hmm. So he had to kill Voodoo absolutely, and I still had brace and fallback. Really, really rough ending for him. I felt like things went my way. Black Widow being able to rotate from one side to the other and flip traps was really huge. Honestly, probably my favorite game of the weekend. Really fun. Brain racking game.
Yeah. What's your personal record against Nick? Do you have about an even record against him overall? Over time.
So we didn't play that much together, but also I'm probably the guy in Montreal that plays like the big metal monsters a lot and likes to play the big things. So Nick, we didn't play that many games together in the past, but when he did, was like, oh, have you played against Hulk and Thor together? No, here's how it goes. So, I didn't lose that many games against him, but I think he learned a lot by playing those games.
Got it. And so in the car ride home, what do you think? What did he say he should have played instead? You mentioned it was a gamble. What he put down?
Yeah, so we discussed a lot, and I believe we both believed that he should have gone 5 wide instead of Immortal Hulk, either bringing the Mummy with Gwenom.
Yeah,
because Gwenom can do some incredible flipping shenanigans,
Yep.
or go for Ghost Rider and mix a bit the other characters he brings. Like I'm not entirely sure what he would have brought, but Ghost Rider or Gwenom would have pulled probably more than I hope.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it's more about the character, the number of characters than anything particular. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Wow. So there you are. You went undefeated today, obviously the second day to win the overall convention, and you also went 4-1. So that was, what is that? 7-1 over the course of the 2 days. Wow.
Yep.
Amazing thing. Were you what kind of state of mind were you in at the end?
I couldn't believe it. Honestly, it was a big, it was a big event. It was a lot of incredible games. If you look at the games, I wanted to play good mid-rangey games of MCP, and at the end, even without the idea of just winning the game, most of my game were really interesting, really swingy, fun game. So the winning is one thing. I'm super proud and happy about it, but also just the number and the quality of the game I played was incredible.
Oh, good for you. That's fantastic feeling where you feel like you've really earned it.
And also, Brian has this prize that he does every year. The winner gets to choose a card from his faction, and he gets edited on the card, and everybody in the next year gets the card.
Oh, fun.
Next year at Everwinter, everybody will get an Avengers Assemble card with my face on it.
Amazing. That is a great prize. Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that one.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so Nick, your teammate, so to speak, he got second place, of course. And just to mention the top three, the third place went to John Falco, who comes from, let's see, where is he from? He's someone in the States, Maine. Oh, it's the fellow from Maine, right? So at least there was one American from the area there in the podium. So cool. And I hear the prize support is fantastic there. Yep. And so tell us a little bit about what you won or what you saw other people take.
Yeah, so there was a lot of boxes, a lot of like the posters signed by MG.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was a lot of boxes, and there was a raffle. So there's a lot. Ludo, my friend, brought Winterguard, and went 25th place with 2, 2, and 1 as a record. So he won the OKS Player award.
Okay, fun. That's fun.
Yeah, so there's a lot of prizes. So in terms of like winnings, like it's not like I won big time, but there was just a lot to give around, which was really cool. Some promo cards. For me, I won this little gorilla character that every winner from every game won for the event.
Okay, nice.
I won, and I'm pretty proud of it, a VHS of Lord of the Ring, Fellowship of the Ring.
Wow, okay.
Sealed.
Woo! you hold on to that. Your grandkids, you could give them a big endowment for their down payment on a house.
It's signed by all the Professional Casual Network crew and Brian DiTio. I'm stoked about it.
That's pretty funny.
I got a medal also from the event, and I got a Mojo Ball box that I didn't have, so that's pretty cool.
Very nice. So, sounds like it was all really well run and a nice venue. I expect it's something you'd like to attend next year.
Well, I mean, I got to go take my Avengers Assemble card.
Yes, of course. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want to miss out on that for sure. No. Fantastic. Well, look, congratulations. It sounds like, as usual, a bit of luck, a bit of good gamemanship, and trying to get some sleep were the all hallmarks of what it takes to become a winner at any kind of competitive event. And this one doesn't seem to be an exception.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Better lucky than good, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Any day of the week, my friend. Cool. How can people get in touch with you if they want to talk a bit more about your roster or perhaps about the convention?
They can reach out to me via Discord, Sandwich Toby. You can also, my Discord is listed on the on my Longshanks profile, so you can always pick it up there. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm super happy to discuss list building. I really love building multiple lists and just like tinker around.
Okay, cool. It sounds like you're in the dojo a
Yeah.
lot.
A lot.
Fantastic. Are you also on the Montreal Discord server?
Yeah, I actually created that Discord server.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, it's very active. So good for you. Good job on that one. Gab, it was an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you for coming onto the show, and most importantly, congratulations on this really significant win.
Thank you very much for hosting me. It was a great pleasure talking to you and talking about the whole event. And I'm really, really happy about how it went, for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's no small achievement. Doesn't happen very often. So relish it while you can.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, everybody who was a Patreon and listening to this. You support the show in many different ways, and this is one way that we try to thank you for doing so. We hope you enjoyed the content and love to hear your comments. So feel free to post in the special Patreon platform that's reserved just for Patreon. So if you want to become a Patreon member, just go to Patreon and put in Across the Bifrost MCP. And you can sign up that way for a very flat fee. We don't have a lot of tiers or anything like that because it's just a small thing that we use to help pay for some costs and keep things simple. So that's it for us tonight. We hope to come back to you with another Dojo episode very soon. Thank you all for listening and take care.